Sophia, what's the strongest aminexil serum?
So actually, all of these aminexil serums have exactly the same amount of aminexil, 1.5%. I've got a video that goes into this in depth if you want to have a look, but for this reason, I'd recommend just getting the cheapest, which is Elvive Growth Booster, and you're still getting the same strength of aminexil.
What about the best shampoo for hair growth?
The best hair growth shampoo is anything with 2% ketoconazole. Now, I often say Nizoral because that's the most famous brand, but actually you can go onto Amazon and you'll find even cheaper brands that still have 2% ketoconazole, like Dan Free. Any shampoo with 2% ketoconazole is the best for hair growth.
Do you prefer Nutrafol or Viviscal?
So I would say I do prefer Nutrafol, and that is just because it's got saw palmetto in it, and saw palmetto is really helpful for people with androgenic alopecia. So for that reason, I'd go with Nutrafol.
How often should you be washing your hair?
There really isn't a magic number on how many times you should wash your hair per week, but research points to the fact that you do need to wash it often if you have hair loss, because an oily scalp can actually make androgenic alopecia worse. So what I would recommend is, if you have hair loss, wash your hair as soon as it gets greasy. For some people that's every day, for some people that's every other day, but a greasy scalp is what's going to make your hair loss worse.
Liquid or foam minoxidil?
100% foam minoxidil. Liquid might be cheaper, but it's going to leave your scalp more irritated. And the thing about minoxidil is that if you get irritation, you have to stop and you'll lose your results, which is why I always recommend investing in a good foam formula made for sensitive scalps.
And what's the best alternative to minoxidil?
The best alternative to minoxidil is definitely at-home laser devices. This is not the same as LED red light therapy devices. These are laser devices that use laser diodes and penetrate the scalp more directly. There's a lot of research behind them, and they are FDA approved for hair loss. It's a great way of treating your hair loss at home without using minoxidil.
What's your number one tip for hair breakage?
My best tip for hair breakage is definitely how you look after your wet hair. So when you come out of the shower, number one, before you even start brushing it, is use a detangling spray so that those tangles come out more easily. When your hair is wet is when it's the most fragile, so yanking those knots out is going to lead to breakage. And number two is make sure you're using a good brush for detangling fine hair. I always recommend the Manta brushes because they're so delicate on your hair and they don't break it.
Best bond repair product?
My favorite bond repair product has got to be Olaplex number 3. It's the most effective. It's really the best product for bond repair.